finally, we got like good lighting. Oh my gosh, that is so good. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Yeshua. Finally, I figured out lighting. Jeezies, this looks great. Oh, and it's pink and pink and pink. So cute. What's up, guys? It's 3:47 in the afternoon. I am so warm and uncomfortable, and I'm about to drink more warm. It's too hot. I can't do it. Oh my god, I want coffee so bad. Oh my gosh, it's so hot. You guys, I recommend staying in school and getting into an apartment after school that has air conditioning. That's it. That's the word. Just kidding. We are talking about part 2 of autumn vibes. And what the heck does that mean? What are we talking about? So it was like, as we were talking about in part 1, it's kind of like, I'm so pleased with the lighting. I can't even get over it. I'm like, thank you, Yeshua. Finally figured out the lighting. Ugh. I'm avoiding laundry, so these are the only socks that I have. And then I would wear a tank top, but I'm just avoiding the laundry. So I'll just suffer. I'll just suffer and procrastinate my laundry. I'm sure there's a clean tank top somewhere. I find myself just not caring anymore about clothing, at that much. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to explain it, but I'm like, who cares? It's literally ever since I did the devotion on materialism things or something. I can't remember exactly what word it was, but it was going over how the things seen today are gone tomorrow, but the things that last forever are invisible and unseen. So I've been really fascinated by that, and so I've really realized how much it doesn't matter what we wear, what we eat, or what we drink. And then I've just been I've been guiding and leaning more and more into my faith, and so I bring my Bible with me everywhere. And it's funny, the evolution of that, I'll be honest with you. And hello, I'm Kimberly. This is the Kimberly channel, where we talk about awesome things literally all the time. And the evolution of that is really cool, because I used to feel weird about bringing my Bible with me everywhere and pulling it out anywhere I wanted, for whatever reason. And then I would kiss my Bible and say, okay, it's just a little too heavy, I just can't bring it. It's just it kind of adds a weight to my bag, and I would find excuses not to bring my Bible with me, because I knew that there would be some kind of association with that, where people would and for the most part people stare, but nobody cares, I don't think. Or they do care and they just stare. I don't really care either way, but because I stopped caring about that, and I bring it with me everywhere, and I read it anytime I want, a confirmation on something. If I think there was something that I should have seen, or I'm kind of tuned into a little bit more, I can pull it out and refer to that, and that is the source of all knowledge that I need to care about anyway. And so I'm so hot I can't even think. I'm literally sweating, and this is a hot coffee beverage. I just don't want to do the laundry. I just can't bring myself. That coffee is burned. Oh gosh. All right. Well, you guys, the point of this message is if you get through enough mornings where you have burned coffee, you will eventually get to a morning where there's pristinely made just the way you like it coffee. And if we continue to work hard and not give up, we will see everything that we've sowed. And that's the good work and the righteous work, what's in our path put by God. Why is it so hot today? The beverage is a little bit more hot than usual. But bruh, I have so much to tell you guys. I can't even, I'm just a ball of excitement, and I can't even calm down. I do calm down, but I am so excited with where my life is at right now, that I'm about to I don't know. I can't even sit still. I am okay, chill out. So Isaiah, Galatians 6:7-9 says, "Do not be misled. God is not one to be mocked. For whatever one to be mocked. Okay. My dyslexia sometimes when I'm writing doesn't. So that's okay. I am imperfect, and what we can do is reference the actual Bible. I try and write them down. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it feels better when I like have that pen and paper time, and like I'm really studying the word and like paying attention to what I'm writing. But sometimes I miss a couple of lines because the font is pretty small in this like little book. And I was also watching Olivia Rodrigo's live concert in Italy while I was writing these verses down. I was a little distracted, you could say, with excitement. Galatians, I know it's here. Let me see. Let me find it. But yeah, happy 4th of July, y'all. Like, this is like amazing, right? What are y'all doing for the day? I just found it. I just saw it. I was just on it. Whatever it is, stay safe and stay cool. And it'll be bomb.com. I literally just saw it. Galatian. These are the moments in life we have to appreciate. Like, these are the moments that don't matter, but we think they matter. It's like, I can't find the page number. But like, what can I appreciate about this moment? I get to hang out with you and ask you funny questions and maybe make you giggle. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many blessings to life, and I think we're right about there. Galatians 6:7-9. Do not be misled. God is not one to be mocked. For whatever a man is sowing, this he will also reap. Because he who is sowing with a view to his flesh will reap corruption from his flesh. But he who is sowing with a view to the Spirit will reap everlasting life from the Spirit. So let us not give up. That coffee is so burned, but I don't even care. Just give me caffeine. You know what I'm saying? Once you're an adult, after just caffeine. There could be sweat, blood in it. You're like, I got 6 hours to get through. Hoss, I'm an adult. Give me that caffeine in a cup. Give me that cup of joe. Okay. Alright. But he who is sowing with a view to the Spirit will reap everlasting life from the Spirit. So let us not give up in doing what is fine. For in due season he shall reap if we do not tire out. We shall reap if we do not tire out. And so Autumn Vibes, part 2, Autumn Vibes is this channel, is this video to this channel right now. That is the title. And why are we talking about autumn when it's 4th of July, Kimberly? I just don't understand your brain. Cool. Get it. Sometimes I'm there too. Well, let me give you a little bit more clarity. Why is the coffee so hot? It could like burn this table probably. It's because right now we're in the last stretch of the year and we gotta thug it out. We gotta keep going hard. We gotta go in and out day and night, and we gotta really relinquish and release like any of the mindset of like lack or like I can't attitude, or like really relinquish the relinquish any lethargy or fatigue, because that's all in the mind. Our bodies really can go forever. I mean, like, they can really go a long time. Like, our physical limitations are much more, able to be extended far past what our mental limitations perceive. And so that's cool. And that's why I like the Bible and Jesus, because we draw near to God and he will draw near to us, and he like gives us this like supernatural strength to continue even when we're doggone tired. So maybe you as a sweet, gorgeous gal or a beautiful gentleman catching this vid, whoever's on the other side of the screen, maybe you're doggone tired, but you're like also trying to kick it and have a good day, and it's like the 4th of July, but you're also feeling a little, perhaps feeling a little melancholy because it's like a holiday, and it's like maybe it makes you think of XYZ. Holidays are kind of loaded, you know what I'm saying? They kind of are. It can kind of exacerbate relationships. It just can, because there's like expectations and like society pressures, and like that's part of the engineered pitfall of like reducing quality, lessening quality of personal relationships. It is the pressures of capitalism forcing us to like think that we need to buy our spouse or whoever a bunch of presents just to make like the holiday validated, for example. But if you're kind of feeling any sort of jitteriness, any sort of like maybe the energy is like a little rowdy, yeah, like I gotcha, and maybe it's kind of even rubbing you the wrong way, because like it could be like yin and yang. Like you want to be yin and yang, but you do feel like there's a lot of like, I don't know if I can like, there's so much left to the year and there's stuff I still want to get done. And if there was a question I were to ask you today, it'd be like, what is it that you'd still like to accomplish this year? Feel free to comment down below. And also, most importantly, let God know, and ask for, support on that, because it means a lot to you. If that's the answer to the question just now, like that's what's on your heart, that's your vision, that's maybe you need some time to think about it too, like that's all Gucci. But yeah, like keep in mind that like he sees your hard work, and he sees that like it seems like there's not going to be any payoff. Even though there's like moments of motivation and real nice and uplifting, and sometimes there's little spurts of income here and there. It's a little unexpected, like that's nice, but you're kind of looking for like the big break, the bazinga, the bazooka, the class A identification, like the top of the line. And I like to share with you guys right quick, right before this vid, I went and got this cup of joe, and it's actually tasting better now. I don't know why I always like, I don't know, I think I have a hard time thinking that, I don't know, I think the coffee grows on me the more I drink it. Like at first it seems off, but I don't know. The guy, he was like having something was bugging him, I could tell. I had no idea who he was, but he was muttering to himself, and he was using the lighter in the bodega that's like on a chain and taped, and he was using that, and he's like, but he looked sane. He looked in a sound mind and body and everything like that. He just looked perturbed, but it's something. And so I said, happy 4th of July, man. And he looked over and he said, thanks, yeah, you too. How you doing? And then I said, slaying away, and I was putting the sugar in the coffee, because it's like self-serve. And I think he like inhaled and like finally got his like cigarette lit, and then he was walking out the door, and then he said, you have a really dope energy, don't ever let the world change you. And I like touched my hand over my heart, and I said, oh my gosh, thank you so much. And he said, yeah, take care. And I said, you too, like take care, man. Like that was like so fucking nice. And I guess I kind of wanted to like pass that positive vibe on to y'all, because it like, you have a beautiful, certain, unique, special image created by God. You are a beautiful, like believe it or not, every square inch of your makeup, and even the like molecules in your body, like none of this is a coincidence. Your existence here is very meaningful, and like your pursuits and your efforts have a significance in your everyday. And if we continue to load in on that we're gonna see a harvest, and that is what autumn vibes be about. We just gotta stay strong and finish strong the rest of this year. We have Psalms 85:12. Also, Jehovah, for his part, will give what is good, and our own land will give its yield. Psalms 85:12. Also, Jehovah, for his part, will give what is good, and our own land will give its yield. When a God makes a promise, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Hold the vision, keep the faith. Proverbs 3:9-10. Honor Jehovah with your valuable things and with the first fruits of all your produce. Then your stores of supply will be filled with plenty. And with new wine, your own pressed fats will overflow. Isn't that gorgeous? As y'all are aware, I don't want to spend too much time on this topic, but like, we are in the end times, right? So there is a transfer of wealth for God's kingdoms and chosen, and like the new, I believe I just like the new like resurgent, like the resurgence of like the good and the light and the kingdom of light coming to and reclaiming power in the end times. It's like there is like, do you think that if you're gonna answer the call and get signed up and hired, so to speak, you were chosen, sweet gorgeous gal or beautiful gentleman on the other side of the screen, do you think that your project is going to go without per diem? You think it's going to go without reimbursement? No, absolutely not. Your gas is covered, your food is covered, your airfare is covered, miscellaneous and per diem, everything is absolutely provided for. It's like this kingdom wealth is transferring, and so continue to do what is good, continue to do what is right, and you will see the overflow. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like maybe it's kind of hard to have faith in this world and in this timeline especially, right? Because it's like, what is even believing in something when I've done it before and so many other times I've been disappointed? What is it when I say sorry and I say I forgive and I get the same feeling of hurt? What is the mechanism of turning the other cheek? It's because love never fails. And when we continue to plug love into the equation, you're always going to get the correct product. Like the number and the answer, it's always going to be correct when we're using love and in doing what we need to do to provide our livelihood and take care of our households. As adults, it's like we do it with love, and love will never fail, and therefore that overflow is a guarantee. Every day you wake up and consider, okay, I'm gonna get out there and do what I do for my livelihood and well-being in order to provide for myself and do what I feel led to do that God has put on my heart. You will never fail when you have these intentions. Love never fails. Let's continue to plug love into the equation, even if other people be giving us like an X and a Y part of the equation that we do not vibe with. Like, we can't control that, like that they have like this part of the equation, and then it's like, I'ma not give into that negativity at all. So here's love, here's a smile, and floating above it all, or maybe a compliment, and just, not letting that lower vibration pull you into a negative product answer. Instead, we plug in love into the equation, and then we get the correct answer every time. Every time. So it's like when we have that question, like I asked a little bit ago, what even is it when I try and believe in something after so many times in my life I have believed in stuff and things and people and put my trust into things and relied on employers, relied on family members, relied on past partners, relied on close friendships, and I was disappointed. It was never a loss, sweet, gorgeous gal or beautiful gentleman. It was never a loss because you came into that environment or that relationship or that endeavor with love. It'll come back to you in the timeline that is like congruent with your like correct alignment. It'll come back. Love that is put out there, even if like, you know, the party at that certain time isn't vibing and isn't reciprocating, it doesn't mean that you're actually rejected. It means that you're giving out love and you're ready and you're putting it out into the universe by loving that person still. And even though they're not reciprocating it, or it's like your employer isn't seeing your skills and your talents for who you are, it will come back in a timeline that's congruent to like your perfect alignment. And so it was never a loss. And so we never have anything to lose when we practice the mindset of faith. And that's so gorgeous because we know we're going to see an overflow. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to spend a little bit of time on that because I feel like faith is particularly hard in these end times in this specific timeline. What a time to be alive, my goodness. You guys, we're going to end with James 5:7-8. Exercise patience. Exercise patience. Therefore, brothers, until the presence of the Lord. Look, the farmer keeps waiting for the precious fruit of the earth, exercising patience over it until he gets the early rain and the late rain. I only had a small coffee this morning at like 8 a.m. So this is like hitting the spot. This is like really hitting the spot. This is like the perfect 4th of July. Like this is so chill. I love. Yeah. The farmer keeps waiting for the precious fruit of the earth, exercising patience over it until he gets the early rain and the late rain. You too exercise patience. Make your hearts firm because the presence of the Lord has drawn close. Jesus is coming back, y'all. And the more we practice patience, the more we diligently wake up and get straight to work. And we're stirring already before dawn. And we're rolling up our sleeves to get to work. And we're working with a cheerful attitude and rejoicing in every day because that's the day the Lord has made. Then it's like we're kind of like honoring the whole concept of patience because we're working and like putting effort and investing time into a labor that we know will reap a harvest. And so like working diligently and working hard is being patient. Exercise patience, therefore, brothers, until the presence of the Lord. Look, the farmer keeps waiting for the precious fruit of the earth, exercising patience over it until he gets the early rain and the late rain. You, too, exercising patience, make your hearts firm, because the presence of the Lord has drawn close. Oh, wow, that's gorge. I like how it says make your hearts firm. That's really pretty. So I encourage everyone today to keep your hearts firm. I really like that. Excuse me. It's like, I like that because it's like, I don't know. I just like it. Make your hearts firm. It makes me feel really optimistic. It makes me feel hope reading that. And then like exercising patience because the presence of the Lord has drawn close. So keep your hearts firm, exercise patience, and your overflow is guaranteed, baby. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for kicking it with me. Stay tuned for more awesome content. You know it's coming down the pipeline. Stay safe. Stay blessed. Stay chosen.